Pen finishing continued. Good afternoon, welcome back to my workshop, and in today's video part 2 on how to finish a pen, and part 2 is all about CA finishing your pen. Now CA gluing is not as bad as it sounds, it's actually very easy, and I'm going to show you what I use. I use a thin super glue and an accelerator. Now there's many different kinds and they all work. I use a blue paper towel, very handy. Now once I've done all the CA gluing, I go back to my 600 and I just put a matte finish on the actual dried CA glue. Then after that I use Yorkshire grit, and my secret weapon, the last finishing, I use Brasso. So let me take you through the whole process. I think to make CA gluing easier, preparation is very important. So what I do is I tear these all up in squares and I cut them into smaller squares and I unpack them. I normally do about 10 coats of CA glue, and I found that is more than enough. Okay, so let me do the prep and we can get started. I've done all the unpacking. I'm ready to start the CA glue. Now, a lot of people use these little plastic bags for doing their CA glue. I use them as well, but not for the same reason, and we'll get to that now. So I'll bring you in a bit closer and just show you what I've unpacked. Okay, so I normally do 12 little blue squares of the paper towel. There's 10 for the CA glue. One will be for the Yorkshire grit and the other one for the Brasso. My two little plastic protective sleeves for CA gluing, my super glue, a thin super glue, and the activator. And once that's all done and I'm ready for polishing, my Yorkshire grit and the Brasso. So what I'm going to do, I'll do the first 3 coats slowly just to show you how I do it, and then with the rest I'll fast forward just until I start polishing. I put these 2 little plastic bags over the first 2 fingers, and that's just to protect me so that the super glue doesn't burn or stick to my fingers. So I take my first paper towel and I fold it twice. The top side there is where I'll put the glue and apply it to the pen. Once that is done, I'll fold it once more and use the back of it to actually do the polishing. And the polishing is getting rid of the excess accelerator. And let me show you exactly how I do that. Now when I do this, I reduce my speed. So there's my little square. Once it's running, I add a bit of glue on the paper towel, apply it, add the accelerator, fold this once more, and just go over, almost polishing it, getting rid of the excess accelerator. So the reason why I'm doing this static is once the machines are going, you won't hear me talking. So the first 3 paper towels I'll do in normal speed. I'll fast forward through the rest of the CA gluing. I'll reduce the speed. Now that's 3 coats done so far. There's a nice gloss finish and there's no rough edges. So I'm going to do 7 more coats, but I'll just fast forward and I'll see you just before the final sanding and the polishing. And that's 7 coats done. Let me bring you in closer and just show you the finish before I start. It's nice and gloss. And that's even before I started doing any more sanding or polishing. And now for the final fine sanding. I'm going to use the 600 grit just to get rid of the gloss on the pen. And I'm going to be very careful. You don't want to go through all the CA glue that you've just put on. Once that is done, I'm going to use micro mesh of 1000, 2000, 3000, and I'll end up with a 4000. And once that is done, I go to my polish and the pen should be done. I'm going to bring you in closer and take you through that process. This is actually a very quick process. And that's all the sanding done. And now for the Yorkshire grid and the brasso. So I've got a little cloth that's already wet. And I'll just polish that for a few seconds and then do the same with the brasso. And I'm going to once again bring you in a bit closer to show you that. Now I'll wait till the brasso is dry and I'll use one of these for the final buffing. Okay, the brasso is dry. Let me do the final buffing. And there you go, the pen is finished. And that's the sanding, the CA gluing and the polishing done. I'm going to quickly assemble the pen and show you what the end product looks like. I'm very happy with the end result, and that is my sanding, CA gluing and polishing process. And as usual, the YouTube admin. If you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up. If you have any comments or any questions, let me have them in the comment section below. And don't forget to hit the notification bell for more videos like this. And please subscribe to my channel. And until the next time, happy pen turning. Lekker lekker!